What's up, guys and gals? My name is Splattercat, and we are here at the Nerd Castle for more Nordic War. That's right, we had been doing pretty well. I always say that's right at the beginning of every episode, as though someone was proposing something. That's right, you got the answer correct. No, never mind. We did very, very well in the last episode. Not a whole lot happened, but at the same time, we managed to defend our borders from the ever-encroaching Vaegirs. Now, we are free of our charge right now, which means we're free to run around and do whatever we want, and I'm sort of contemplating where that leaves us. Right now we've got, what is that, like a Kurgite horse archer? Okay. Well, we do want to level up a few more veterans so that we can finish that quest off. Luckily, it's got a very, very long duration. 98 days to do that quest, so let's run out, and I'm going to grab a bunch more recruits and get them going. Let's see if Fanata has anything for us. Yeah, 4 recruits right there, and then we'll go up to Firachen, see if we get anything. We don't want to use fast forward at this point. After consulting with the peers of the realm, King Ragnar has decided to confer the marshalship to Jarl Reamald. Okay. I think that makes a little bit... Usually it's Marayir, though, or Turaya. It's very rare that anybody lower on the list ends up with the marshalship, so this is a strange game to begin with, unless they've changed the algorithm in a certain sense that dictates how people are selected. We want to be very slow as we move about here. We want to not use our speed up so much, because there is potentially a Vaegir's army around every corner that could cause us all kinds of pain. Ooh! We got a fight that we can... Hey, right, hey, Uriah, get with us, man. We can handle Bracha. Let's take him out. Footmen, we've got some more. There we go. Let's get ourselves some more footmen leveled up. We can't quite level up to veterans or anything yet, which is disappointing, but we're only level 13. Level 30 or so, we should be able to completely and totally lock that down. I think we could take him. I really want to fight this guy. He does have a lot of veterans, and I don't really remember how far up the chain veterans are for Vaegirs. I think they're 4th tier, maybe? I mean, they're higher tier than I'd like to fight against for how many housecarls we have. Let's go to Vercheg for a moment. We'll go to the tavern, see if we can find any... Ooh, Artemender. Yeah, let's take Artemender. So Artemender... Oh, we're full up. Damn. Okay, we got a belligerent drunk, too, so let's beat him to death really quick. I'm trying not to shoot. God. And what's funny about these drunks is you can actually just kind of jump them before they're ready for you to go. And you get this dialogue, and they say he started it, you get 50 silver, and you take his sword as a trophy. We could hire some blades. Hired blades are really good, and we do have the cash flow to do it right now. Let's get rid of somebody. We'll get rid of one of these recruits so that we can pick up Artemender. Because he's going to be useful later on when we're capturing castles. He's going to have all kinds of engineering skill and things of that nature. He's essentially a tactical genius. He used to be a captain in the army of somebody's who was responsible for siege weaponry, and that's his backstory, but he was fired, so now he's a freelancer. Now that he's joined up, we do need to get him some gear. Let's think about going and fighting some Sea Raiders. Fighting Sea Raiders is going to be a little risky because we'll be firmly within the realm of Vaegir's territory, and we also have the slight risk and possibility that the Marshal will ask us to show up even though we're way out of our own territory. There it is right there. That's what I was worried about. So luckily he did it earlier rather than later. Let's move slowly back down and maybe see what we can accomplish. I want to look at my notes menu and figure out where he's at. It should give you a small... He was in Nudar, and he wants to defend Alberk, which is right here. So technically, I could just wait for him right here. He's more than likely on his way over. It said he was near Nudar, so he's down here. Is he the Lord of Nudar, though? Because if he's near Nudar and he's the Lord of Nudar... Oh, he's the Lord of Telrog. Okay, so he's probably on his way up here. Let's wait at the bridge because they're gonna have to cross this bridge right here to get to us. Unfortunately, so will many of the members of the Vaegir's armies. Boyar Kavel. He's got a couple knights, a couple horsemen, some footmen, some veterans. We could probably take him, I bet. We could fight him. Is my horse crippled now? Let's have a look. A stubborn steppe horse. No, he's not crippled, but he requires more riding for his skill than he would normally. Not a lot of food left either, so it might be wise to kind of run around. Ooh, Sea Raiders. Let's go fight with them, maybe.
Today the gods will decide your fate.
And then we'll go back to the bridge after we kill these guys. We need gear anyways. There's a couple of our guys that could use some chainmail, some nicer stuff, so I would really, really like to get them equipped out before we go much further. keeping them alive is sort of required in order to gain XP with them. I'm gonna position my archers right there. We'll position like our infantry right here maybe. Tell them to get their shields up. We're not gonna have much of an advantage with where they're placed with regards to that hill given our horse status. So I'm gonna get behind my lines here and I'm actually just gonna dismount. Artimenter's in there getting some. I don't think so, pal. The din of combat is deafening me right now. Ooh, and taken out. There's no such thing as a sacred duel in these battles. Just lost a trained footman, probably to a ranged weapon, which is a letdown. Ooh, and then we got sliced a little bit. A little bit of the old slice and dice. We're earning some new scars so that we can look cool and talk about them in the tavern. How can you be a Nord without at least a couple scars? We've all played Skyrim. I bet everybody in Skyrim has... Oh, I thought that guy was on my side. And I don't think I sounded the charge either, so let's do that. How did I miss that shot? That was abysmal. He's gonna have to run up this hill though, so maybe I can get him before he goes anywhere else. No. Ooh, if he hadn't crested the hill, if he had stood there for a second, that'd be a good one. But that's the story of my ranged life, if he had stood there for a second. And me without my horse. Where did Wiggle Chiggy go? He's recovered from his unconsciousness that was inflicted earlier on. But I think he ran off during the combat. He may have caught an axe upside his horsey head. Our horse needs scars too. We have to match our horse. If we both have scars, then everyone will think that we're super awesome in Nordland. Super awesome. Hey, there's a freebie Bernie. Very cool. That's what we've been waiting for. Nothing else though. I would have preferred to get like 2 of them. Let's see who can use that. I think Mathel doesn't have anything. And Artimenter doesn't have anything. Matheld I'll go with first since she's a frontline combatant. So there's her Bernie. She should be a little bit more resilient, although that wasn't really that big of an upgrade. In fact, it was a downgrade to her leg armor. But since she's not riding around on a horse, leg armor is not quite the concern that it would normally be. We've got enough veterans now to turn in that quest. Another sharpshooter. 3 more trained footmen to replace the one that we lost. And we're slowly moving up the tier, luckily. But not in the way that we typically say it now. Moving up the tier now means that you're moving around in jail, but we don't want to do that. Let's hang out right here for a minute or two. I'm just going to sort of fan the fast forward in the hope that nobody jumps us. Okay, so here comes the army. That's what we were waiting for. I knew they would come through here. Let's go talk to Raymald and report in. And now that we've reported to him, who did we owe? I think it was Lagerson. I don't see Lagerson here. He may not be part of this campaign. Let's follow Raymald for now so that we can get another nice burst of XP. And let's give Artimenter that equipment that we took off of Matheld. So now he's got the cool furry armor. In all honesty, I always really liked that armor. I wish it had better stats. I would wear it a lot more. I'm going to give him a chipped battle axe too. An elite cavalry shield. We'll give him a Nordic helmet. What boots is he wearing? His boots are alright. Oh, he's actually... There's a better shield right there. We'll give him that one since it's got 400 HP. Can he use a bow? No. Javelins? No. A Nordic sword he doesn't need. Maybe we'll give him 2 shields just in case he breaks one at some point. It's doubtful. That shield has 400 HP. You'd have to take some pretty serious abuse to lose a 400 HP shield, but it might happen in the future. I don't know how he thinks we're going to break the siege of Alberg with 200 guys. Or even where we're going right now. Oh, we're raiding. I wish that I had raided it first, but he's raiding... The problem with raiding inside your own lands is that it has the adverse effect of lowering your... It lowers your popularity in your own kind of circles. This is going to be retaken by Nords as soon as we get Alberg back, and then whoever gets this land is going to be hated if they raided it. So hated for being raided. Looks like they're all just going to run right by. Maybe I'll fight Bracha. Haven't saved since the last episode, so let's fight Bracha. Maybe capture ourselves a lord. No, he's got backup. Never mind. He brought in the big guns. Having looted our own citizens. The AI in this game doesn't show much mercy for its own citizens. We could attack those farmers if we really wanted to be a jerky face. Let's fight Malaysia, though. I'm going to be the outrunner and see if maybe we can turn him. He said he was going to cut out my tongue. I'll say this only once, Boyar Leza. Surrender or die. We'll charge him with our 400 troops versus 60. I doubt we might make battle lines here, but it seems like it'd be a waste. Yeah, they're just going to flat out charge us. So I'm going to have my infantry group up right here. As they're kind of blunting that charge, I'm going to take a moment out to make sure that my troops are safely assembled. Firing arrows from the range that I'd want them to be, because you don't want your archers running around in combat like it's some kind of crazy battlefield birthday party or something. This is not Chuck E. Cheese. And then I'm going to get in here and kill whoever I can. Oh, I almost caught an axe. And not in the circus performer way. Like, circus performers catch axes in a way that I would not want that job, but at least they're catching axes, like, in a positive way. I would be catching an axe in the negative way. And I'm going to give him a slash since I missed in the first place, so... God, their archers are so much better with those recurve bows. Ooh, there's an arrow for us. Looks like their reinforcements have just jumped in. And so I am being aggressively targeted with arrows now, so I'm going to try and do a little bit of the serpentine action. No, I'm not going to summon my Nordic war snakes, although that would be a pretty bad... Think about that as a unit, a Nordic war snake. Hell yeah. Oh, we killed one of his knights. Cool. Decapitate that guy, maybe? Ride through and deal as much damage. I mean, every little bit of damage kind of swings the battle in your favor if things go wrong. And then I'm going to have my troops jump in on the fight now, since everybody else has put their troops in harm's way, just so we can complete this battle in a timely fashion. I will now charge. I didn't want to lose troops, though. I would rather just kind of run in and help and not have my own troops be at risk. Okay, so we took the field, although there was no real doubt that we would. We had such an advantage in numbers right there that it would have had to have been kind of a Churchillian battle on the part of the Vagirs to actually come out of that one in one piece. We didn't lose too many guys. The Lord got away, so we didn't capture him. It would have been nice to have captured him, but we did get his top tier units as captives, which are pretty cool. And he had captives from our faction, so I'm going to 100% take some of these guys. The footmen, I want the warriors. The warriors are higher up the chain. Cool. Got some new units. Take the trained footman right there. I could potentially release one of them and take a warrior. Cool. Big ol' upgrade for us in that battle in terms of just grabbing some new units from the spoils of war. We got 89 dinars, a little bit of XP. Somebody got some upgrades. People may like us for being in the battle with him. No, I guess not. Let's see who else has... Oh, veteran archer. Go with a huntsman right there, even though they're not that good. We need some kind of ranged unit. We're looking a little melee heavy right now. Let's continue following Ramal. And he is riding... I don't know what he's doing. I think his pathfinding is getting a little confused. We could fight Gastia as well. But he doesn't look like he wants to do that. So let's get back in line, following him across the tundra here. And as soon as there's some more action, I will get back to you. No, I'm kidding. We're going to stay right here. I do not make cuts. I make cuts in my enemies, but not in my footage. Some people will say that's a personal weakness. I've talked to multiple people that are like, you should make cuts, man. There are some... Well, I think that I managed to maintain my commentary flow, irregardless of the action on screen. I do my best to tap dance for you guys, even when nothing else is happening. But I'm not Burton Guster. I can't tap dance like a champ. Are we sieging Alberg? This is going to get broken so fast that... Yeah, this is going to get broken quick, like a sailor's finger. They're going to ride out with like 400 guys on us. There it is right there. I told you it's going to get broken up really, really quickly. We haven't done nearly enough damage to their main force to finish this combat. And if anybody gets grabbed right here, I'm going to be in the unenviable position of having to jump in on a fight that's really, really one... Oh, don't do that. Our marshal is... getting himself into a considerable amount of trouble. Hopefully he can outrun everybody there. Because I'm the kind of heroic individual who will jump in to help the marshal if I have to. But it looks like we're going to retreat back to common ground on Vercheg. Yeah, it looks like that's how the whole thing's going to play out. We're almost out of food anyway, so let me get into Vercheg and grab some more. Not the arena. We don't have time to spar right now. I'll sell the remainder of the loot to get ourselves maybe enough money to pay for our next week's rent. Buy a bunch more bread. There is nothing better than fresh baked bread. I bought some pugliese today. I don't know if that's how you say it, or pugliese. I don't know. It's a crazy Italian word that I don't know how to say, but it is some delicious bread. They have it at my local shop. Fresh made. I actually grabbed it in the little bread bag today, and it was warm on the inside. Ooh, fresh baked bread. I'm a sucker for that. I made it one time when I was a kid. I cooked my own bread one time just to learn how to do it, and then I promptly forgot. Memory dumping's a bitch, and it's one of those useful things that you should probably know how to do. Making bread from scratch is a really cool skill. It takes a long time. It takes a lot longer if you aren't set up with like a bakery. It takes a really long time to bake your own bread. It did in my case anyways. You gotta like boil the milk, you gotta take like the curds off the top, and it is a long drawn out process. It was tiring. I think we made 3 loaves, and I ate them over the course of the next 12 hours because they were so delicious. Got some upgrades ready to go, and I don't want to leave anybody unupgraded. A single middle tier troop can help you in this game, so you always want to make sure you're fully upgraded. There's a huge difference in between just like tier 1 troops and tier 2 troops in terms of combat effectiveness. I think we could take that fight. That's 120 versus 170. Let me save. And Rayamald's going to jump in, and we're going to take a risk right here. 172 versus 127. We're actually playing around with numbers right there. I'm going to keep everybody close since we stand to lose a lot of units right here. Hopefully, it looks like Rayamald's going to run in. The renown is pretty high, and we could use some extra renown, so that 13 renown is going to be a big deal. I'd love to take this hill before they can take it. Let's see if we have the ability to take the hill before they get there. They are going to be fielding cavalry, so this hill is going to be a giant, giant boon to us. We are getting fired upon, unfortunately, and I just have to hope that while my right hand is occupied pushing keys and giving commands, that I don't catch an arrow. I should bind my block to my spacebar. That would be a smarter decision. Now, letting Rayamald get wiped out right here is part of my tactical plan. I want their troops to be broken up and forced to come up that hill at me. Ooh, God, we just got lanced straight out of the gate. That was my fault. I didn't see that lance off to my left. I saw it coming, but too late. 140 against 124. He killed 30 guys and didn't lose anything. I find that vaguely auto-resolve-y. We're going to leave since it wants me to auto-resolve, and the auto-resolve in this game is so goddamn terrible. Like, I can't even express to you how awful the auto-resolve in this game. I'll give you an example. Here's an example of an auto-resolve battle that I fought one time. I had 80 men against 2 Sea Raiders. I lost 4 Housecarls and 3 Archers against 3 guys when I had 80 men. And it's just, don't auto-resolve anything in this game. It is so abysmally poorly designed that I think they actually need to go through and come up with an auto-resolve system that works. Because that's one of my big complaints about this game, is you can't auto-resolve anything. Let's assume for a moment they captured him, didn't they? They didn't capture him, but they definitely beat him. If they destroyed him, it should have canceled this quest. And it didn't. Let's go back and see if we can find him on the battlefield here. What is that? 51 versus our 57. What does he have? Infantry, archers, marksmen. Nope, those are top tier archers. Absolutely not. Those marksmen are the ones that can fire their bows like machine guns. Just whip, 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 whip. And it is a really, really scary thing to have to fight a ranged army with that kind of superiority. You see it when you fight Rhodoks as well. Blatant ranged superiority where you're going to lose a lot of guys just closing the ground with them. And if they even have a vague semblance of a competent melee force, you're going to get wiped out every single time, no matter how well you play your cards. You are a giant, as the player character, you are a giant nasty target riding around the field with no way to defend yourself. Hey, there's Logners. Let's give him our veterans. Having passed over the veterans, we get a little bit more reputation. Does he have any more tasks? 4 Kurgite skirmishers. Alas, he's one of those dicks that gets angry when you turn down his quests. Some lords get mad, some don't. What does he have? Let me have a look here. Oh, not enough to scare me. Let's see if we can get ourselves a little bit of reputation here against Drooly. He's going at 5. We're going at 5.2. That means we should catch him eventually. Did we end our combat? Are we still at war with them? What happened right there? It doesn't have the typical... Let me look at my reports really fast before I jump into a fight where I'm potentially causing an international issue. Oh, we did. We declared peace with Vaegirs. Alright, I didn't see that. I didn't see the pop-up, but then again, I might have been going through too quickly to see it. It still wants me to follow Jarl Raemald. I don't know where he's at, though. Probably gonna fail that one. It's not gonna make Matheld very happy. Let's go to the Lord's Hall. We'll talk to him and see if we can figure out where Raemald is at. He was definitely defeated by that big battle over there. Luckily, most of the troops we lost were not mine, so I don't care. Oh, the marshalship is up for grabs right now. They're electing a new one because he lost the campaign. Let's see if we can find our current marshal. He's no longer flagged as the marshal. Oh, he doesn't know where he is, so yeah, I think he was captured, or he had to retreat. I think the quest remaining then is above. What is that over there? That looked like a big group that I want to fight. Swati and Militia? Yeah, we'll fight them. That's a good excuse to gain some XP. How are they outrunning me right now? 3.6, 5.3, whatever. I'm not going to chase them across the known world just to get into a random fight. Forest Bandits versus Dirajun. Dirajun managed to get the job done. I would have jumped in if he wasn't getting it done and he was catching a lot of arrows with his throat. One of the worst places you can catch an arrow. I'd rather catch one like in the buttocks. I'll take the buttocks. I'll take the calf. Any muscly area. I'll get shot by an arrow there. Ooh, there's a tournay. A lovely, lovely tournay. Let's get it started. Let's kick off a tournay. I'm going to place a bet on myself since we've never won one here. And we will fight in the next round. Who's here? Beheshter, Artimaner, Ragnar, Ryak, Kratos. Kratos is a scary, scary bastard. That guy will kick the asses of just about everybody on the field. Here with Nords, it should be an infantry fight. And the way that I like to do these is I just deploy them right here. And I look to see who has aggro. Oh no. I might get eliminated right in the beginning. Well, that's no bueno. Let me see who I can defeat before they run up on me. Another one down. This guy's got an axe. Ooh, we got veteran. Ooh, I almost ate that. You guys have no idea. If you were watching my fingers right now, I was so close to eating that claymore. We managed to win, strangely enough. How many teams are there? There's still just... Oh, it's 3v3? Oh, we have Kratos. Never mind. You want to let them charge, because Kratos is going to do it anyways. Kratos is a hard ass of the highest caliber. And so what I like to do is I like to peel guys off the back like so. And there it is. I like to peel guys off the back, and then I make a little bit of distance. And if that works out to our favor... 4 teams with those many fighters? No, hold on. Wait to see how this goes, because sometimes 2 teams will jump the 3rd team. And the 4th team will just kind of wait it out and see what happens. I've seen a lot of weird stuff happen with respect to that. Oh, I saw that King Ragnar. That was not a kingly thing to do. So now I want to command all my dudes to charge because we need the help. Oh no. I was about to get flanked and spanked. He's got an axe, which means our shield is not going to hold out much longer. Yep, there it is. And now that I'm blocking by hand here, by hand axe, got him. Fantastic. Managed to make it out of yet another fight. 4 teams with 1 fighter. This one's a little bit RNG-y because it depends who they aggro onto first. I've had it where all 3 of these guys all come at me first, and it's just like, well, what are you going to do now? Because they all impact with you at the same time. The nice thing about the hand axe is if you can back up quickly enough, you can actually make them lose their first swing. Okay, so he's down. Let me see what I can do with Ragnar. He's going to miss his first swing, and I'm going to knock him the hell out. 2 teams with 1 fighter left. We are it. Who is fighting in this one? It could be anybody. We'll see who we get. Oh, we got the Claymore. Damn. I am no good at blocking with weapons like this, so let me see if I can sort of juke. Oh, it's Beheshter? Well, that's better than it could be because his skills are sort of lacking. Down he goes. 2 teams with 1 fighter. Who's left? King Ragnar. Let's hope we get a decent weapon. Okay, we got the hand axe and the shield. I'm alright with that. I can deal with the hand axe and the shield. It's when you get caught up with a weapon that you're not necessarily too familiar with that the whole thing just kind of becomes a shitstorm of mediocrity. And down he goes. We got ourselves 4,000 more dinars, 200 dinars there, 20 renown, which is going to help us make our party larger. Pretty excited about that victory because it's not something that I expected. I'm going to break the episode off here. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me at the Nerd Castle for another episode of Mount & Blade Warband. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Take care out there, everybody.